Hello, women, arise and walk. Today I am moved by the words of John 16:33, where Jesus speaks to us saying, I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. What does it mean when Jesus says, I have told you these things? Throughout his ministry, Jesus forewarned his disciples of the trials they would face. He knew they would encounter temptations, persecution, and various other challenges. Yet in the midst of these tribulations, he offered them peace. Can we close our eyes for just a minute and imagine for just 1 second what it must have felt like to Jesus when he said, I am the Messiah, and the very people he came to save rejected him? How many of us have felt rejection? How did we respond to the rejection? Did we take it in stride? Did we overcome the temptation knowing that we have the peace of God to help us through? Or did we lash out at the person rejecting us? How about when Jesus was tempted by Satan, when he said to him, if you really are the Son of God, why don't you turn these stones into bread? Jesus was hungry and weak, but he did not bow down to temptation. Many times Satan does not test us when we are strong. He waits until we are weak to tempt us. How many of us have experienced hunger? How do we respond to others when we're hungry? When our hunger is out of control? Are we tempted to sin with our irritability? Or do we trust that we have God's peace to help us through the discomfort until we get something to eat? Some may think Jesus did not face uncertainty, but when he asked his Father, is there another way? He showed his humanity in being uncertain as to the path he had to follow to save mankind. He needed his Father's assurance and confirmation. And when he was done, he submitted to his authority and surrendered to his Father's will. How many of us face uncertainty? Do we respond by asking God what to do in that situation, knowing that with him we will have peace? Or do we do what we want and ask questions later? For those who do not know Jesus, facing trials can be a daunting and hopeless experience. There is no assurance of divine intervention or the promise of a way out. But with Jesus, there is hope. We can trust in him to provide a way through our trials, to walk with us, and to grant us peace in the midst of the storm. When Jesus speaks of tribulation, he refers to the breadth of human suffering he himself endured. He endured pain. He endured sorrow and affliction. He endured persecution and uncertainty. Yet he overcame it all because he had a purpose to fulfill. He knew he would emerge victorious, and just as he overcame, so too can we, for he has shown us the way. He gave us himself as an example. When Jesus made the ultimate sacrifice on the cross, he took upon himself the sins of the world. Let us not become so desensitized to this incredible act of love. Instead, let us reflect on what we need to die to, whether it be anger, pain, bitterness, hatred, unforgiveness, pride, or any other sin that separates us from God. We can only truly celebrate his resurrection when we identify with his death. So, let us examine our hearts and surrender all that holds us back from fully embracing the gift of salvation that Jesus offers us. What do we need to die to today, my friends? in order to grasp the true significance of Jesus' sacrifice on the cross. Let us ponder this question and allow the Holy Spirit to guide us on our journey of faith. Thank you so much, ladies, for permitting me to share this with you today. Have an amazing, amazing rest of your day, and may God bless each and every one of you. Talk to you soon.